Yeah, the goal is to raise my rating. My chess.com Blitz rating is at kind of a low point, below 2600. And I would like to gain at least 4 points this stream. So we'll see what happens. I'll join the 3-minute pool. And I see the opening request for Budapest, which can't play as white.
Smile maybe a little pentatonic only stream sometime. Smile less than 3.
Sometime, but unfortunately not on chess.com. Yet to include pentatonic. Welcome back to Matt. Okay, we have a pretty traditional London. Play c3. Usually c5 or not. Play queen c2. I might look to castle queenside. It's an interesting approach in these positions. Get my opponent to start thinking. Oh, thank you, Nixia, saying happy birthday. My birthday is not today, but it's, what, less than a week away. So opponent's still, okay, taking their time. I could play rook g1. I think looks reasonable. The idea is to thrust the g-pawn. c4 might be coming. I mean, knight g5. Maybe I should have played knight g5, like earlier. c5 is actually a really annoying move. Take, could play e4 maybe. So if c4, I just move back. It's going to get sharp. Okay, now I have e5. e5, c4. So it looks like I'm winning the pawn, unless I'm not. Oh, I guess I'm not. Can I take... Take... Now I'm the one taking too much time. Okay. So I gave up the bishop pair. What to do? Knight g5 doesn't work. I'm moving way too slowly. I'm down almost a minute now. Thank you, Nate Brady. What's up, Nate Brady? Hope you're doing well. There. Yeah, if you're just joining, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Maybe soon to be a lot of trouble. Yeah, this knight's coming to d3. Although knight c5, I take the pawn, I think.
To help motivate you for today's Title Tuesday, if you better last week's score, I will gift as many subs as the new age you are turning.
Wait, how old am I again? Also, that's a great move. Yeah, this is big trouble. Rook c3, maybe I take the knight, though. Now this move. This is still big trouble. Okay. I survived longer than I should have there somehow. What to do? Wait, how did I do in last week's Title Tuesday? I get to 7? I think I got to 7 last week. So that means I need 7.5. Thanks for the challenge and the motivation, James Black. Yeah, I took a lot of time where maybe it wasn't necessary. Although, I think this position is already like not great for white. Because black just has easier play with knight c5 and b4. So that was the first game. Still trying to warm up. Yeah, I'm not turning 55. Although maybe I wish I was turning 55 to have a higher reward. I'm pretty sure my age is somewhere public out there. Anyway, okay, let's warm up a little bit more. Try and manage my time better. I'll play e4 this game. Maybe go for Ponziani. Yeah, this queen a4 line. It's one of these lines that either the opponent's prepared for it or not prepared for it. Opponent taking their time here. So the best move is f6, which opponent does find. And then, again, the best move is knight e7. Queen d6, I've definitely encountered before. I'm pretty sure d4 is like the most thematic. And now let's take. So we're getting a position that it can emerge from a line where the knight's already here. The black wasted a tempo moving the queen twice. And now c4 and d5 is coming. I could throw in knight f3 as well. Or knight c3. I think I might as well do that. Queen g4, d5 here, take, take, take. It's looking pretty good. Oh no, my knight. Someone call an ambulance. Yeah, so if I throw in the check, that doesn't really work, but I'll take back. And now black is in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any way for black to stop like winning the b7 pawn. Okay, that was a pretty clean Ponziani game. Beating a title player in 14 moves with Ponziani. Yeah, queen d6. d4 is fine, and then This is all fine. Yeah, this is actually like maybe a perfect game on my part. Game review. I mean, the moves were all like very natural. I didn't really do anything too special. 99.3% accuracy. No brilliant moves, but I played like a 3300.
Hashtag Ulan finally.
Hey. Hey, it's an Ulan emote. And a hashtag emote. Happy 42 to Ulan. Which Nordic country is the best? I feel like Nordic countries are like some of the best types of countries. Like they're clean, nice nature, nice people. Thank you, Ulan. Gifting 5. Appreciate that. Okay, how do I go back? Exit. New game. Okay. So, oh, someone wanted a Budapest. But we're not getting a Budapest. We have the Fabiano variation of the Trumpowski. All I know is Fabiano played this in the final match of the World Cup. I don't know any theory here. I think I'll knight g6 or maybe takes makes more sense, and then c6. Almost winning a piece. Maybe take here. Looks like I'm winning a pawn. It's like a weird opening trap. Yeah, queen a5 is a nice inclusion because now white has to either block with a bishop knight or, yeah, either case would lose a pawn. So I have all 8 pawns. Only one pawn has moved. I guess d6, g6. Maybe g6 first. E5, e5, f4. This looks okay. F5 maybe coming, maybe not. Yeah, if we trade dark square bishops, then my pawns should not all be on light squares. They take on b2. Feels a bit greedy, but I'm up 2 pawns now. d5 incoming. I think the goal is to get a connect 4 on the dark squares.
Go Eric.
Hey, that's me. Thank you, Bayleaf. Yeah, so undermining the rook on the b file. And now queen g7. It's a solid relationship. Now probably d4. I could start with this. Prevent the rook from sneaking in. h5 is maybe coming. Have to defend the pawn, though. Moving way too slowly. I might lose this. Okay. It's a different pre-moving strategy on chess.com. I have to keep in mind like the multi pre-moves. It just feels different. Also losing time for every pre-move. Okay, that was not easy, but it does remind me to turn on my heart rate monitor. Thank you, Bob Valentine. Thank you, Inseti. Happy 23 and 21, respectively. Okay. So we are moving on to, I guess, another game.
Good luck, Eric.
Thank you, Daniel Indy. Yeah, should I take away a lesson from this game? Maybe at least look at the opening. So knight f3. Although the opening worked out really nicely, like take and c6. And knight c3 was a mistake because of this line. Did you switch from Lichess to chess.com? Yeah, anytime I stream on any platform, I get asked, do you only stream on Lichess or only chess.com? But I'm not exclusive to either platform, so I stream on both. But today's Title Tuesday, which takes place on chess.com. So, we'll play a new game. Playing Romkachess. It's also streaming. Good luck to my opponent. Do I know this person? Don't recognize the name. Okay, so we have a mainline London. Castling, bishop b5. This is a Magnus Carlsen move. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the better lines for black, is to take on g3. It is counterintuitive, but black does get some early initiative. Now I think I have to take on c6. Queen takes, I take and win the pawn. If pawn takes, maybe I go back to c2. So defending and maybe looking to pressure the king side. Rook b1. Pretty sure there was like a Wesley So game in at least a similar line. Remember some tactic, like if black goes for this idea, then I can go for this idea. Quadruple fork, exploiting the fact that knight's tied down to this pawn. So already up about a minute. I'm tempted to play, yeah, knight b3. Looks a little bit weird. If takes, I'll take with knight. So e5, I think I can take rook e at f4. I'll probably still knight e5. So if bishop a6, I play this knight d7 move. If queen d6, I play f4. Although then there's knight e4 in that line. Wow. I think this wins on the spot. It's a quadruple fork of greatness. Because not only am I threatening the queen, I'm threatening to take the knight and mate in two. Ouch. Like, I feel my opponent's pain a little bit. But I also feel my pleasure. Yeah, you don't see forks like this every day. Like, usually the queen and rooks are the most valuable pieces. But the most valuable thing I was actually threatening was a knight, because the knight was preventing mate. So this is maybe my most powerful fork I've ever delivered. But was it a brilliant move? Let's see. Game review. .88. 0 brilliant moves. I'm still going to make a YouTube video out of this and have the brilliant icon in the thumbnail, probably. My most powerful fork of some sort. Hey, I still played at a decently high rating. Okay, if you're watching in the future on YouTube, let me know if you want to see more forks like that. And don't forget to subscribe on Twitch. You can get the Fork Night emote. Hey, it's 4-way fork. Nice username and nice emotes. Got the 4 of those are very fitting. Okay. Decently high rating and 2900 do not belong together. Well, the previous game I played, or one of the previous games, I had 3300 estimated rating. So I think the scale's a little bit off here. Anyway, I crossed 2600. Let's keep it going. New game. Playing JulAnt from Poland. Okay, Stafford Gambit time. I have to get the Stafford Gambit out of my system before Title Tuesday. Also, I prefer playing Stafford Gambit in no increment blitz. Because that way, I mean, if I get a losing position, at least I have some hope on the clock. How do you like Prague? It was nice. I stopped by at a local chess club. Went to some nice cafes. I saw I think there's swans. Like swans on the water. Saw some castles. I avoided getting pickpocketed, I think. Okay, I want to play knight g4. Opponent taking their time. But my opponent's walking into a very devilish trap. So castling and rook f1 are the two moves. Rook f1 is just bad for white because I'll take on e4. So castling is usually what most people play. Did you go to new countries? Oh yeah, has the country's command been updated? I went to Italy. I guess we have to update the command with Italy. I'm a little disappointed we didn't see castling. There's a more fun trap. But this is also fun. Yeah, because I'm threatening to take on f2. And this just gets really bad really quickly for white. Do you phase knight c3, g3? I don't think I've ever encountered g3 so early in the Stafford. Okay, so I'll take a pawn and then get ready to take another pawn.
15-month subiversary GG's.
Let's go. Welcome back, Birds Philly. Alright, the rook is very close to being trapped. Like, I could play this move. Wait a minute. Maybe this... I have to control g1 and h1. So I guess I play this and trap the rook. Queenside castling is coming. And just want to make sure my queen doesn't get stuck. It's queen h4, bishop g5. Maybe I castle first. Yeah, white only has one rook, so I cannot connect the rooks, as usually you like to do in the middle game. Have to watch out for queen f3, though. So I guess this move is a nice way to simplify. We'll take the bishop next. We're guaranteed to trade bishops. And then the queen will probably return to d6 eventually. This might be a queen f4 now. Or c5. I mean, I could play queen f4. Maybe it makes sense to start with c4, preventing white from playing c4. I did kind of forget the pawn was hanging, but
hello, Eric.
Should be okay.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you. An actual goose. A5. Yeah, time is good. Position's good. But where's my win? I want to play rook b6. It was a nice idea. Okay. I think I have time for one more. Gained a bit of rating so far. I think I've gained almost 20 points with these warm-up games. Playing Berber. Profile picture looks familiar. Obermachen. Maybe afraid to play. Didn't want to see d4. I was reading some like beginner Reddit thread that people abort the game when the opponent plays d4. Or maybe that was knight f3. I forget. Okay, let's try to find a new opponent. Okay. Wait. Why am I playing... Do I have to change my settings? Huh. I didn't know the random pool could match me with someone so low rated. Bishop f6. That was probably a mouse slip. Opponent probably intended knight f6. Let's play this. Okay. Yeah, maybe I have to adjust my settings. I mean, e6 or bishop f7 look attractive here. And probably e6. And 95. Yeah, now I just move back. And it's kind of annoying for black to deal with this diagonal. E6 just loses the pawn. Play knight a3. You see this move a lot in the Alpine Sicilian. Idea knight b5 and go after the c7 pawn. Now every move is coming with tempo. And bishop d3 I can take on c7 with check. Like all of a sudden black's queen is trapped. Which is crazy. Like the queen's just on d7, minding its own business. But rook c8 took away the last square for the queen. Yeah, it all crumbles for black. Where is my mate? I'm gonna go for knight e6 check. Thank you, Giuoco. The first time sub. Yeah, after this game, I'll run the prediction for Title Tuesday. Still got some time before the tournament. I mean, I have a lot of discovery checks, but I don't see how I like immediately mate. But this looks good enough. Yeah, so this is check. And then check. Okay. +9. Oh no, +1. What does +9 mean? I don't know what this number means. So I'm not in a tournament. And I can't click on it. Hovering over it doesn't explain. Oh, it's a league. League point. Okay, I don't know what the league is. Huh. At first I was confused, like +9 rating points, but not meant to be. So we have a little bit of time before Title Tuesday begins. So my goal today is 7.5 to beat last week's high score. Thank you, Dave. What do you recommend against Dutch for d4 player? There's a lot of things you can play against Dutch. If you want something solid, like the G3 lines are super solid, even like double fiend shadowing. If you want something more aggressive, Knight C3 on move 2 is nice. Or some of the gambits, like E4. I think there's some, isn't there some line like D4, F5, Queen D3? How do I just want to use the opening master's database on Lichess. Yeah, Queen D3 here. Master's database. So this has been played before. And the idea is to play G4. I think this is a cool like offbeat line that you can maybe use to surprise your opponents. Because a lot of people who play the Dutch are like going for either a Stonewall setup or Leningrad setup. But this is like immediately confrontational. And FG4 H3 is a point. Like sack a pawn, and Engine already likes white if black takes the pawns. So I hope that provides some inspiration. The question was from Tickle Attack. Yeah, G4 is kind of like a Tickle Attack, like kind of unexpected, looks kind of funny. So, don't have time for another game. Let me close out my analysis tabs. And I should have joined the tournament. Yeah, I'm joined. Yeah, even when I join, there's still the join button here, but okay, where am I? Have to scroll down pretty far to find me. Okay. So Title Tuesday starts in less than a minute. During games, chat will be on emote only mode. Alerts will be muted. Please play the cow. If I get really tilted, I'll play the cow. But I don't feel too tilted right now. Okay. So first round of Title Tuesday. Here we go. I'm going to stick with my repertoire. We'll try and play quick. I'm trying to avoid too much time trouble. We have a attempted French. Opponent taking their time. Opponent taking a lot of time on move 2. Complicated position. A lot of things are happening. I wonder if my opponent's stream sniping. I'm revealing all my crazy plans. It's probably one of the slowest openings I've ever played in Title Tuesday. Maybe opponent might be like juggling other things. Maybe performing a circus act while trying to play this game. Okay, they're definitely not pre-moving bishop e7 as previous opponents have done. But still theory. So there's 3 moves, maybe 2 moves. Knight c6 and d5 are the most common. c6 is also playable. The point of this setup is to actually get a quick queenside castling and then expand on the kingside. And yeah, I'll be playing more in the style of Jobava London. I think I can. I mean, I could consider taking in Queen G3, but I think I'd rather just castle. If Black wants to take, I don't mind trading. Leaving the tension for now. And yeah, I'll take with queen. So yeah, the queen finds like a weird home on the f4 square. Not the most typical home. So I could play f3. But I think I'm more inclined just to play knight f3. And eventually the queen will probably go here or here. I could play e4 as well. I have to watch out for the center fork trick. Am I concerned about that? Maybe not. It'll force my opponent to like think more, because takes e5. I have bishop b5 check. I was calculating c6 and then knight takes c6 is interesting. Although then do I lose it? No, I don't lose a piece at the end. Because I'll have won the piece on d4. So now I have e5 or bishop b5 or d5. Take. Kind of like d5. Because if takes, the knight moves. I have bishop b5 check. It's a little bit awkward for black to deal with. Ooh, take. I really want to make that work, but I think I'm better off just moving here, attacking g7. Knight still attacked. Knight d4, I can have an option which pawn to win. Yeah, so knight g4, I can move back and defend the f2 pawn. And now this move looks attractive. Because castling will lose a7. Rook c8 also loses a7. Do I go for knight c6? Probably. I'm going to lose e4 though. But it still looks good. Because if this knight takes, I have b4. Can I have this move? Also have this move. And this is slightly better. Idea to eventually play b4, queen a6. Oh, I can just take. Yeah, this is simpler. Oh no, my rook. Oh, that's clever though. It's not over. Opponent's still fighting. There. Let's play this. So I defend and attack. Okay. Took a little bit of work, there to actually convert. Had to be careful towards the end with my king. So, yeah, I think my opponent was just not in their comfort zone in the opening. It took a little bit too much time to try and figure things out. And things got a little bit tactical here. So I lost e4, except black lost more material on e4. And then, Yeah, queen e2 is nice because regardless of whichever rook black takes, I have queen a6 with force mates, which is why black played this, but then I won the knight. So I was up 2 pieces. Was queen a6 winning? So queen a6 or is queen c8? I'm sure it's still probably much better for white because I can take and bishop a6. Queen a6 move 20. Oh yeah, queen a6 here. There's knight c5 to defend. I briefly considered it though. So I hope that makes sense. Like queen a6, I guess in both cases seem close to mate, but in one case there's knight c5, in the other case there's queen c8. So next game I'll probably play someone higher rated. It might be close though. No Hikaru today. Kramnik's playing. Hans is playing. Got some big names on top. Yeah, there were probably multiple ways to win, like, in this sort of situation. Oh, it's not so much worse for black, though. But queen e4 was best. And then, yeah, white's up 2 pieces. What do you photograph? I photograph a lot of things. Animals, chess players, landscapes, selfies, food. Should I share some photos? Let's see. Let me share a photo. Okay, this is a photo from Germany. Wait. Yeah, this is my doner kebab in Germany. This is in the town of Baden-Baden. And then this was a chess garden in Munich. Wasn't really garden-like, but had a lot of giant chessboards, which was kind of cool. Also, are there games still going on? Oh, Hikaru's on vacation, apparently. Oh, it says all the games are done. Oh, here we go. Okay, playing V Pranav. Very strong player. We have a Rossolimo. I don't know the theory here. I really need to learn the theory here. F6. I don't think I've seen knight g5 before. I assume the point is knight h3 and f4. Yeah, it's scary. I'm just improvising here. My king and queen are probably going to switch places. Do some rearranging. I'm scared of the eventual d4 or b4 break. Maybe it's okay though. Maybe I just put the bishop on a6 and then chill. Taking doesn't accomplish much. I could play g5. Maybe g6. So takes, knight g5, queen g7. I think is okay for me. Bishop g5, bishop g7. Queen g4, queen e6. That looks so scary though. Yeah, queen g4 is coming. Queen g4. f5, take. That looks so terrifying. G4, f5. I have to go for this. I'm basically committed. And now, yeah, so my calculation was takes and king e8. Problem is queen e6 check. Man. I might just be losing here. Let's try this. It looks really bad though. King 6 there. No, I'm getting smashed. Might as well play this. So after queen here, I have to decide between a lot of ugly options. I think king d8 though. So knight here, king here, take. Maybe I take on c4. Try and hold on. I've burned most of my time. Mm. I think he missed queen e8 there. Not that it matters. That's still very, very bad. What to do? Any self-stalemates? Yeah. If I get like, I need like 6 more moves, I guess, to sack the pawns and get the king here and pawn here, but not happening there. Okay, that was a very humbling game. Definitely an opening lesson to take away that game. Let's see. Oops. So this is where I'll bring the game over to the Lichess Masters database because I want to check the theory. So knight g6. So this is theory, which I should at least be aware of. Although the engine says it's okay for black. Purple arrows main. Wait, what? Is this new? Purple arrow, pink arrow, blue arrow. Where's the purple arrow? Wait, is this coming from Lichess? Where is this coming from? They added new UI for variations. How do I get rid of the message though? Shift. Cycle through move arrow. Click somewhere. I'm clicking. It's not going away. It's a new feature that makes sure we understand the UI that blocks the center squares. Escape? No. Alt F4 maybe? Escaping didn't work. I could refresh. Refreshing probably works. Oh, they changed the little icon things too. Wow, Lichess looks different. So E5 was a mistake. I should have played D5 as main line. Bishop E7 scores better. Yeah, this is an interesting approach. It seems scary, but black is solid maybe. C4 most played. Oh, engine really likes black. F5. It's just very confusing pawn structure. So, yeah, I mean, the engine graph kind of tells the story of this game. Like, I just got a worse position from the opening. And then, okay, at some point, I could have played G6. Oh, dear. They changed the UI in a sense that it's going to be hard to adjust. I don't like this. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but yeah, when there's different variations, like you used to be able to use a down arrow, but the down arrow goes to the end of the game, so I have to use shift. Okay. Maybe that's more intuitive. Yeah, the eval bar isn't new. Eval bar has always been there. At least when it's toggled on. Yeah, I don't know what it was referring to with the purple arrow, though. Okay, that's the sound of a new game. Okay. Here we go. I'll try and figure out the Lichess analysis later. Playing training day. Play knight c3. So we have Jobava London. Takes and takes are the two main moves. There's probably other moves, like taking on d4 is also playable. So queen a5 check is like a pretty well-known line. Takes and then queen a4 and white wins back the pawn. And taking is also playable. I've played this position probably more so from the black side. I know Hans Niemann discusses this in his chessable course. So does Danya in his non-chessable course. Actually, Danya's course I've looked at more. Actually, I have his course. There's a famous line where, yeah, black sacks on c3. I think I can play bishop e3 immediately. And maybe bishop d3. So I don't want to be the one to initiate the queen trade. I'm happy if we see takes. Now this is interesting. So I could also, no, taking there doesn't make sense. Let's leave all the tension. I don't want to give black easy play. Castle, castle. Rook d1. Yeah, we're still leaving the tension. I should be considering like queen c6. Maybe coming soon. Doesn't seem to do much though. But really any queen move will attack the black queen. Okay, now things transform a little bit. Bishop e6 may be coming. Kind of like this move f4, although bishop g4 happens. Maybe h3 first. I just wanted to gain space, but wow. Let's play this. I mean, now I could take... I think I can win a pawn. Take, take, take. Take here first. So the idea is if takes, I have bishop a3. Just hugging the rook. My plan might be rook b1 and knight c1. But I have to play king e3 first to stop any bishop e4. Oh, we might see bishop f8. That ruins my fun. Oh, what to do? I have to take. I mean, knight c1 immediately. Take. Not thrilled. Yeah, my plan's to play b5. Okay, I went on time somehow. I hope the audio is okay. Something's yeah. But okay, should be okay. Yeah, this final position, I was not better. I was calculating knight d4, but I couldn't quite make it work. Where was it? Yeah, I wanted to play knight d4 here. The problem with this, even though it looks like I win a piece, it's just trading. So after takes, king d6, takes. I'm pretty sure this is still a draw. Like, even though I have the outside passer, black will play f6, g5. And yeah, it's just a draw. Okay. Yeah, a few people asking about knight d4. Taking the bishop with the rook. Oh, I didn't even consider that. But I don't think white is actually trapping the rook here. It's interesting to at least consider, but yeah, king f3, rook h2. Now, I was hoping to set up like some forking ideas. I'm not sure if I missed anything obvious. And even earlier too. I was never actually like better. How about much earlier? It felt like after bishop e8 I was slightly better. But not by much. Wow. So this whole game I think was like roughly equal until my opponent flagged. That's kind of crazy. We do the game review? Or the Lee chess analysis? %95 accuracy for both of us. Neither player had an advantage. Except black had an advantage at some point. So I was worse here. But not by much. Oh, I'm playing this guy. I'm not gonna play Jobava London against Danya. He likes to play King's Indian. Oh, he plays this one. So let's see what he's up to. I don't think we've gone into this line against each other. I mean, knight d5, the line is bishop c1. It looks ugly, but it's actually a solid line for white. Yeah, we maybe had this position before. So probably knight f3. Bishop d3. There's some tricky queen e2. So now I'm threatening this, which is kind of funny. But he doesn't fall for anything. Now probably this. And my queen actually feels a little bit misplaced. But maybe it's okay. Trying to play solidly here. The question is how to improve. The queen can come over. I can't play queen b3 and allow bishop f3 though. So I'm thinking knight d2. As ugly as it looks. I reinforce the knight, I prepare queen b3. Queen a8 is coming. I sack on... Sacking doesn't really work. Bishop here. It feels like I'm playing without a plan, which is not the best feeling. Idea queen b1. It doesn't work. Maybe bishop e2. He wants to play b5 though. Maybe c4. Down too much time. That's a strong move. I'm already in trouble. Maybe I get some compensation if he tries to cash in. Yeah, so he could take, and take. Then at least I get two bishops in a mildly open position. If he doesn't take, I'm ready to play this. Have to take this way. I could have taken with knight too. Guess I was just set on going for this. Losing another pawn. This move. Rook e3 coming. Allowed knight e4. What to do? Never resign when you have the bishop pair. It's not pretty though. Okay. Yeah, it's difficult to not flag there with a 1 second increment. Danya played well. He's pretty good at chess. Thank you, Peter Herman. Gifting 5. Appreciate that. It was a good fight. Even after losing the pawn. I moved a little bit too slowly around here, but how much worse is this for white? Is it even worse? Yeah, black's definitely for choice. Do I have the chance to take with a knight? Yeah, for some reason, like I was expecting him to take on f3 first, and I was set on just getting the position with the double pawns. So when he took on d2, I was basically like, I played rook takes d2 automatically. I only realized after I could play knight d2 and avoid the double pawns. So, good game. Oh, we should do a dual commentary video. Because yeah, shout out to Danya. Like, it'll be interesting to maybe rewatch both of our streams at the same time. I took the wrong knight. So that was later. But by the time I took a knight, I think it was over. And earlier, like it's one of these positions, the engine will give maybe a very small edge to white. But both players are kind of without an obvious plan. Oh, knight takes d2. Yeah, so we were probably both identified the key moment. Around move 27. Bishop. Oh, bishop b7. Definitely something I should have considered. Although bishop b7 just loses the pawn on c4. So maybe later. But then I don't have the chance. Because yeah, bishop f1 was the only way to not lose my c4 pawn. Oh, Danya took the wrong knight. Yeah, Danya should have taken here first. Which I guess would have transposed into what we got in the game. But move order was important. Thank you, TZ. That was fun. Always fun to play Danya. Yeah, there's a line where like white still has a pawn on e3. And there's still a pawn on c5. And there's like this crazy e4 line. If we imagine this position with the pawn still here. And black plays g6, but that's a completely different line. I kind of wish I was black against Danya. Because I want to use this, I have like a cool idea against his Jobava London. I want to try against him. Knight d6 earlier, attacking the rocks. Not sure if it was ever possible. Yeah, d6 I think was always defended. Was that round 4? That was round 4. Okay, so we do have a break. Wait, what? Here we go. Hey, thank you, Andy Oxus. Also gifting 5. Appreciate that. Does Title Tuesday make GMs more accessible to you and other IM/FMs? Yeah, it's actually one of the benefits of playing Title Tuesday. Like, it's a great opportunity to play a lot of like very strong players. Thank you, Adam Z. Subbing for 15 months. Ooh. Ah, so yeah, this moment. Bishop d2 is technically a blunder. And then later... Yeah, later I was just in big time trouble, though. Had to find only move bishop e5. Which is maybe findable. Keep the bishop pair. If you have to prepare for a competitive match against Danya, what would you play as white? Not sure. London is definitely one option. I wouldn't mind like going into the line we went into, but I'd have to be more adequately prepared for the middle game, not just moving around aimlessly. What does Danya play against e4? I think Danya like really mixes it up. Yeah, maybe throw in some e4s. Did you decide what type of YouTube content you're going to pursue moving forward? Yeah, I got a lot of feedback in the video I posted about a week ago. I think my conclusion is I'll try and keep things fresh and varied. So it's not like I'm going to just pursue one type of video, but I'm going to try and put out a lot of different types because different people watch for different reasons. They enjoy, I think, different types of things. So kind of a mix of the more instructive, slower chess, some chess variants, some over the board chess. I've been posting the coffee chess videos recently. Yeah, the most recent one I posted today was my game against Boston Mike. And I have another one to post against him, which I have to figure out a good title for. Because my second game against Boston Mike, I played the England Gambit. And I played this one. I was black. I want to spoil the whole video, but we got to this position. And keep in mind, this was over the board chess. And he took on Passan, and I played 97. I tried to make it seem like I pre-moved 97. But I don't want to spoil what happens. What happened next. Oops, what did I do? What did I just do? Just remove the position. Oh, I'm playing. Okay. Well, I'll chat later about the future YouTube content coming soon. Playing Scandalgod. We've definitely played before. I still don't know if this means I've lost twice or if I've beaten this person twice. Maybe I've... It says verse Iron Rosen, so I probably beat this person twice. So it's likely we've played the same opening before. Playing into a Catalan. It's a Ray Robson variation. Yeah, I've had this position many, many times before. B5 is a really nice equalizing move. Because if takes, I win back the pawn. Most importantly, I free up the bishop. Bishop e7 is coming soon. Probably queen b6. Apply a bit more pressure to the king side. So b4. b4, a5. I could play a6 too. It's a bit more solid. And there's less to calculate with a6. Just takes. We could trade rooks or get this position. So if bishop g5, I play bishop e7. Yeah, probably still bishop e7. So now the pawns is a kind of target long term. Although I didn't see that move coming. Bishop e5, or bishop f4, I have pawn e5. And knight d5 is a move. It takes first. Kind of like this move, actually. Preparing this, offering the rook trade. Doing well on the clock. Bishop c5. Take. Let's start by playing this. This is a move. Takes. Not happening. I'm not sure if I'm getting any edge here. Take with rook. That was probably a mistake, allowing knight d4. Rook d7. Maybe it's playable. It looks so scary, though. I could start with taking. Might as well start with this. I'm on the back foot here. Time is still on my side. To take. Okay. All of a sudden, it's not so bad. What to do? Let things slip a little bit there. Good game though. Opponent played well. I mean, probably should not have gone for this expansion. E4 was a very strong move. And then, yeah, then a6 became weak. Like, generally the queen and knight are a bit preferable over queen and bishop. But definitely not when we got to this position. And then the problem was I'm losing a6 by force here. My hope was to, like, checkmate, but a little bit far away from doing that. Yeah, there's no hope. If we go back... Yeah, it did feel like I was under pressure. Like, even starting with bishop c5. So nothing obvious missed. Rook a d8. Yeah, this may have been one of those games that was like equal throughout, and then I just let things slip in the very end. I was hoping to like create winning chances here. Also, e4 I think would have been very strong, because knight b6 and then queen f3, and my knight and pawn are attacked. Wait a minute. Okay, this is all fine. Yeah, 97. 97 was a panic move. Okay, what to do? Oh, next game. Playing Laico. So not much of a break. Sticking with the same repertoire. I'm 2 out of 5, so not my best start, but still a lot more chess to be played. I'm going for this g4 Gambit. Actually, before the tournament, there was someone asking about like what to do against the Dutch. And this is one cool idea. I mean, I only do this against this specific move order of e6, f5. I'm pretty sure e4 is, or no. e4 is probably not playable. Wait, what? I did not intend to play e3. I even clicked the pawn? Or maybe this is another case with click. Okay, not the worst mouse slip ever. Play this move. Is click still working? It is. Yeah, I discovered this like a few weeks ago. Because for a while they allowed you to disable click, but now it's back. I haven't made that mistake in a while, but it's good to keep in mind. Because the problem is when I'm like drawing arrows to explain my moves, it's so much easier to like deselect and then make an unintentional move. Maybe queen d2 and then castle. Rook b8 coming. I mean, d5. Let's start with rook g1. I shouldn't be too afraid. Maybe knight e4. I just want to remove this knight and then get some more firepower on the king side. Like takes knight h5. I didn't realize it when I played knight h5, but I'm threatening to take and take. There's also ideas of taking on g7. I also didn't realize that's hanging. Wow. It's missing a lot of things. So I could take... It should be okay. Start by taking. And g-pawn's hanging. So there's one calculation. It's actually really not simple though. Rook f2. Rook f2, king c1 maybe. I think eventually I'll win c7. Unless black defends. Yeah, that's a move. Trade. c4. I just blundered take and bishop f3. It's still equal material there. So maybe it's okay. Bishop f3 right away. Oh, that's a move. I have to... I want to be fancy, but I have to trade all the rooks. So I've created a fortress on the king side. Now I'm free to walk in with my king. Okay. And black could have created a fortress on the queen side. So objectively, the game probably should have been a draw, but I won on time, so I guess I'll take it. Okay. So I'm back to 50%. 3 out of 6. I'm still gaining rating this tournament, I think. Still, what, 5 more games to play? Okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can string together a win or two. Queen's Gambit declined. Exchange variation. So I played this opponent once before. Thank you, No Pants Jake. All right, so there's a very common trap here. If like castle, I can take on h2. h3 is one of the better moves. Yeah, now castling is very fine. Yeah, these lines can get very sharp, depending what white does. I mean, usually when the knight goes to e2, white's main idea is to play f3, e4. Bishop g3. It's a more solid approach. I think I'm supposed to take here. And then go for h5. There's still some attacking potential on the king side. Yeah, knight f5 I think is a big mistake, because knight h5. And the knight gets stuck, but we do see it. So now I have to prove my words. And there's also knight e4. Takes. But no, knight h5 looks... h5, queen e2. Queen e2 I have knight f4. I'm threatening g6 to trap the knight. Oh, but g6 doesn't trap the knight. Maybe this just backfired. There. Okay, queen g5. Allowing knight d6. Yeah, we're just trading. I really don't want to trade knights, but yeah, I might have to. What about b6? Maybe take an a4. Idea to play b5 and try and clamp down and just deal with my c-pawn. Yeah, that was a blunder. In trouble here. F5. So at least I hold on a little bit. Like, in order for white to win this position, they have to make progress on the king side. I'm going to put the rooks to defend. And the king as well. B3's coming. Rook e4 first. The idea is to play this. Okay, some small trick. Yeah, just let everything crumble there. Wow. Wow. I don't know how I won that. I was just losing the whole game. Like the whole end game. Opponent blundered the rook. I took it. Okay. Miracles exist. What a finish. That's why you don't resign. In the classical game, I would resign, but yeah, it's the nature of Blitz.
What a game.
Yeah, the problem was I can't win the pawn because I'm tied down to this pawn. Although maybe I should have tried to simplify at some point. And then, yeah, here I was in a predicament because if I play this, there's takes and I'm going to be down 2 pawns. Although maybe, yeah, maybe I should have gone for this. So I'm not down 2 pawns. I'm only down 1 pawn. Yeah, this is probably just a draw. But who knows? Maybe then I wouldn't win this position. I think you jumped the gun. What was the H2 trap? Oh yeah, so in the opening, it's a tricky move order because usually in these structures the bishop goes to e7. But from d6, and especially when white plays knight e2, if white castles here, then there's takes. And yeah, it resembles a Greek gift, but it's more about winning the bishop. So if king g3 defending the bishop, then g5 traps the bishop. And Yeah, this is crushing for black. Okay, so I'm 4 out of 7, miraculously. There are 4 more games. There will be a break after this next game. I don't know why when I hover over, am I zoomed in? I hover over, it like shifts the window a little bit. It's not used to happen. Oh, there's one game going. Rook versus rook. Okay, next game starting. Oh, what if queen d6? Yeah, queen d6 is an idea, but g5 was a better move there. Okay. I thought maybe I would play up, but playing down, but still an IM. Yeah, this is a tricky line in the London. Not your typical London. It resembles more of a Jobava London now. Some weaknesses on the king side. Okay, I think I'll castle. So f3, e4 is one plan. b5 is probably coming. Yeah, we might get some French structure. Like if I play e5, knight d7. Okay, this is not going to be a French structure. So d5, there's knight d5. If I take... Yeah, maybe like taking and knight f3. There's also knight f3 immediately. Let's start with this. It defends the queen, so maybe I keep the option open of playing d5. And bishop g4, yeah, is a slightly annoying move. And here I probably have to take. So black can't castle queenside. It's illegal. Oh, that's a legal move. So what if h3? So I'm calculating takes. I probably take with pawn, rook d8, f4. And then, I mean, if I get the pawns like this, f4, e5 is a big threat. I'm doing very well on the clock. All right, so let's go for this. Where's the knight going? Knight h5, I'm probably very happy. Or am I? I should be happy. This is a threat. Maybe I should have started with rook g1. Okay, if I take... Yeah, things are under control here. Just have to be careful of the knight forks. Rook g1 would have run into this move. Oh, knight e2. So I guess I take with the king. And some b3 eventually. Wow. Yeah, black is fighting. I have, no, I don't have that move. I have this move. Looks weird to play, but now at least I'm threatening mate. This is a classic way of trapping a knight. Knight has no squares because my rook controls all of them. Okay. Yeah, black was in paralysis there. Okay. So actually turning into like a pretty good result given the start. 5 out of 8. 3 more games to play. Pretty much guaranteed to play someone strong next game. Kramnik is still playing. Questions about 13 d5. Let's watch this game first and then I'll take a look. Who's playing for a win? Rook a1, rook f1. This is probably a draw. Oh, takes and... Oh, it's still a draw. Okay, so let's try and answer this question. 13 d5. Yeah, I didn't go for this because of this move. And then basically what's happening, I can't take the knight, I don't think, because takes. And when I take back here, there's this tactic knight takes d5. And this is a very classic pattern of, like, the knight's hanging 3 different ways, but my queen's hanging, and if takes, black can recapture with the knight. So it's a tricky way for black to win the pawn. And it was the same reason I didn't play d5 in this position as knight takes d5. So I hope that makes sense. I hope this is also, like, verified from the engine. Yeah, d5, knight d5. So yeah, the position was roughly balanced here. Yeah, we played 8 games so far. I have 3 losses. 1 loss to Danya, 1 loss to who was it? Vipernov. One game I got upset. Any opening I strongly avoid when playing Blitz.
Hey Eric, hope you're well. Any advice on which book to buy? I'm tired of looking at a screen all day. I'm around 1,600.
We have the book command. There's a lot of different type of the books command, Xlam books. There's a lot of different categories of chess books. So depending on what you want to learn, whether you just want a tactics book, you want like an openings book, a game collection book. I have some of my favorite chess books on my website, so feel free to browse those. Another suggestion is to find a local chess club and find ways to play chess over the board. Escape the screen. Yeah, thank you, Antoine. Was rook e3 an option when he was threatening to take on f4? So that was later. Oh, in this position. Rook e3 was the best move. Yeah, I guess I should have considered rook e3. Because knight f5 doesn't really help. Although I guess, why not rook takes f4? I have rook g8. Or wait. So in this line, rook d3, rook takes f4. Ah, I have knight h5. Yeah, I think I would have needed to like see this this knight h5 fork. I was looking for tactics where I sacked the f pawn. f5, I guess, gave up my whole advantage, but it still felt like I was applying pressure. I'm surprised this position isn't winning for white, because knight's completely stuck and the rook can't really get in. But I guess my king is a little bit stuck. Oh, can you show what to do with queen b4? Yeah, so queen b4, I've encountered in a few games. It looks scary because black is double attacking. Looks like the rook might get stuck. But white can very simply play knight d2. And I've had games where black takes a pawn, which is actually just losing for black because rook b1. And even though I lose a couple pawns on the queen side, I'm the one who's winning the rook. So it's a nice line. Queen b4 is nothing to be afraid of. Some players will play this and then realize they can't get away with taking the pawn. And then white's ready to queenside castle. But yeah, this is a fun line. This bishop takes g6. Because very often, like in other move orders where black includes knight f6, queen g4 is not playable. It's only this specific position it makes sense to take, and then black has to make a concession. Like g6, king f8, queen f8. Every move to defend the g-pawn is essentially some concession from black. Queen g4 is also playable here, which I don't really ever go for, but same idea. So, let's find the timer thing. Okay, got about 90 seconds. Can take a look at the standings. No one's perfect. Firouzja's leading the pack, 7.5. Kramnik has 6.5. I'm tied for 61st place. Nigel Dwarf. Yeah, a lot of people with 5 out of 8s. I could play Komsky. Could play Amon Hamilton. I think those are the two biggest names with 5 out of 8s. Oh, Z-Kid. I think that's Steven Zerk. Oh no, Z-Kid has 5.5. There's a chance I played down. Might be close. Wow, okay, playing down. Akhayan. Okay, we have a Sicilian. We can go for Taimanov if white wants. Yeah, G3. Gonna have to remember my prep here. I think it's H6. And then E5. There's some line where we sack the exchange. Is it take? Maybe it's take and then bishop E6. This is like a very like topical line. But I'm forgetting like most of what I've studied here. Okay, so H3. I guess B5. I could play castle first. F4 is coming probably. F4 maybe B5. B5, F5, bishop C4. So I'm allowing white to do the thing with the pawns. Oh dear. Just missed rook F6. Okay, how bad is that? I might have to play 98. Yeah, we're going into damage control mode. Completely forgot about the exchange sack. Just haven't played these types of structures in a while. Maybe it's not so bad, even though it looks pretty bad. Knight d5 maybe coming. At least there's some knight c4 prospects. If knight d5, maybe I start with knight c4. Maybe I should take. Can't quite take c2. Queen d4, queen b6. I go for the queen trade. Yeah, not proud with the way I'm playing this game. Yeah, rook d6 is coming. I was thinking I could play knight c4. Knight a4? No. Knight a4 b3. Let's go for this. At least white has weak pawns. I mean, I'm down a pawn here. Man, this is way more logical. But then bishop f1. Maybe I go for this first. Bishop f1 and then knight d6, bishop d3. I guess knight e5. There's some positional compensation. Oof, almost mouse slipped. Disaster. Yeah, the knight is pretty dominant here. Rook d5 is coming though. So let's play this. Rook d5, I take on c2. Bishop f1, I fork. King g1, probably rook c3. Plan of this. Okay, this is the best I could ask for. Gotta move quickly though. There we go. Okay. That took a lot of work. I was in trouble out of the opening, but somehow came back. Yeah, like allowing... I mean, b5 was really careless on my part. I guess I should have started with this, but maybe it's already, like, difficult for black. Oh, b5 is one of the best moves. Wow, so this wasn't even so bad. To sack a pawn, and I guess there's a lot of counterplay on the queen side. I think it's just a shock value. Like I didn't really see this coming from a distance, so I just assumed I should be worse. But even allowing it is okay. It just looks so scary. I guess there's lines where white just gets perpetual. When he offered the draw... No, when the opponent offered the draw, I mean, black was the only one that can play for a win.
You had a free queen early game.
Wait, really? We traded queens pretty quickly. Oh, you're talking about this position. I could take the queen. Wasn't quite free, but I guess it was a free queen trade. Yeah, this is actually some theory. I was trying to remember. There's like a Magnus Carlsen game. Maybe I can... There's like a really deep idea for black. Let's see. Masters database. Yeah, Carlsen Pichot. Pichot is black. So e5 is fine. Taking... Ah, it's this line. So when white takes back with the pawn, this is where... Okay, I don't have time to show. There's an eventual exchange sack. Okay, playing Krikor. We've played many times before. Giving some small timeouts. And we played so much before. This is our 24th game. I don't mind seeing this opening. Some Jobava London. Go for 95. I think bishop d3 here. Even queen f3. Already looks pleasant. Knight's kind of pinned. Maybe some g4. Black is kind of neutralizing. Yeah, maybe I want to go for e4. It's like all these different pawn breaks to consider. Go for g4. So queen g3. I should probably take the bishop though. No, doesn't work. Bishop b5. Let's try this. Wow. B5. E4. I could consider taking. Looks super risky, but just move back. Yeah, once the queen goes away, and this is super risky. But queen b6, I take king d2 is maybe okay for whites. Actually, in that line, I have rook b1 in some positions. Might see queen c7 here. Okay. So now I can play king d2. You start with this. So queen b2, rook b1. H7. So I think I'm maybe threatening to take. Never mind. Um, let's slip. No. That was a mouse slip. Not that it matters. Oh, I had so many chances that game. Even in this position towards the end, I guess. Yeah, allowing bishop takes f5 wasn't great. Knight d6 would have given some chances. Knight d6 idea, knight c8. Thank you, knight c8. Studying for 48 months. Happy 4 years. Did we both miss a free queen? Not seeing it. Free queen for half a move. Was it earlier? It helps when people say the move number. I couldn't take the queen here because I get mated. Oh, maybe... Oh, early in the game. Let me just, let's look at the engine graph. This will say if anything was missed. But some people say nay. Oh, did I forget to disable emote only mode? Oh, it was the previous game. Oops. I was so flustered from that game. I had a good position too. Yeah, the e-file opened and I freaked out a little bit. Yeah, just king c1. King c1, I've still tricky move to play. I have to see the rook is hanging in the end. Okay. I think this is the final game. Round 11. Okay. Mixing up the opening. We'll have a French advanced variation. '97. Yeah, I'm going to play this Gambit line. It's been my go-to weapon against the French recently. And really, it's pretty sure it's about longer-term compensation here. Like, I'm down a pawn, but getting a grip on the position. Oh, I can't play h4. It's very tempting to play g3. G3, f6, though. Let's play this. Just rook c1. Wow. I don't want to take that. So I'm unleashing the bishop, trying to maneuver the knight to a more useful place. Maybe f4. Maybe d4. I guess I could play g3. Like g3, h4. The pawn's pinned to the knight. Some h5 idea. Like h5 and knight f4 would be nice. Going for the positional squeeze. Sometimes we see these ideas against Benoni. Like it's kind of as if the board were flipped. Like Benoni is a black pawn on c5, white pawn on d5. But it's a classic way to clamp down, gain space, and maybe blunder a pawn. Am I losing a pawn here? I could take the bishop, but maybe I do take the bishop. And then knight h3. Probably my best chance. I get the bishop pair. Attacking g5. If knight f7, it blocks a queen. Probably play f4 there. Maybe king g2, though. Or maybe, yeah, maybe just takes. So f4, I have bishop h7 check. I guess here I trade and then king g2. Forgot the king could take, but I'm still in time for rook h1. F3. Always play F3. Maybe what I want to do is queen F4 and then go for G4. This F pawn is pinned in two directions. The problem is my G pawn is pinned, so maybe I slide over. Like G4 and King F2 is logical. Bishop B5 coming. So maybe G4 first. Play G4 first. Bishop B5 is kind of annoying. I'm thinking I'll take. Really not what I want to do though. Oh, that's not good. I don't see a great solution here. I guess bishop c2. Queen h7, queen g3. I'm falling dangerously low on time. Maybe a4. King f2 also. It's so tricky. I blundered. There goes my pieces. Never resign when you have a rook. Okay, what to do? That was a tricky game. I don't think I can be too upset. I had blundered queen d2.
Thank you for all the great content.
Oh, thank you, Salvatore. Yeah, rook h1, but or here I missed f4. Yeah, I had 4 seconds left. There's not enough time. F4, like once I consider it, I mean, It just traps a queen, man. It's the type of move I just need a few more seconds to consider. And earlier, I think the position was actually okay. Maybe nothing special. Yeah, bishop b5 was very strong. I was worse here, but still holding on. Thank you, Mushabloom.
I hope your games are going well.
Yeah, I had a good mix of, I think a lot of instructive games, a lot of good fights. Good job to Faruja. Injic finishing in second, Jeffrey Zhang in third. So, got 10 people being rewarded. Not my best score, but not my worst score. Finished with 6. I guess that's +1 overall. 11 rounds. Yeah, there was no stalemate trap that game. King h8 was not even an attempt. So, okay. I stayed over 2,600. Thank you, James Black. I appreciate the motivation still.
I will be back with more challenges next week. In the meantime, I hope this bits help console you.
Thank you for the consolation bits. In the previous game, previous game referring to probably the other game. Yeah, I can answer questions. So no. Let me just find my games. So is this game against Krikor. Question about h7. Sometimes it's like I don't know which move people are referring to. But this comment, I don't know which game you're referring to. Oh, did Faruja won earlier today too, right? 2 Title Tuesday wins. Very nice.
Thanks for all the great content, Eric.
Oh, my pawn on h7 against Krikor. Yeah, this was super tricky. It probably was capturable at some point. But he didn't want the H file to open. Because if he takes, then, I mean, basically, the king is using the pawn as a shield because it blocks my battery. So if he takes, I was going to play rook h6 and then have the triple battery. It's maybe still survivable, but it's easier to play if black leaves a pawn on h7. Thank you, Petite Admiral. I've never won Title Tuesday. I think the best I've scored is 7.5. Can't remember any time I scored 8. Oh yeah, then I was going to show the previous game. I mean, yeah, there's some cool opening prep that we didn't get to in this game. But I see the comment from Nixia. Can you show the Deep Magnus line? This is the sort of thing usually I'm very open when sharing opening preparation, but this is the type of thing I'd want to save for like a tournament game. But I'll show it anyway because it's really beautiful. So it stems from. I'll just bring up this game. Okay, now we have a normal scene as well. Let me change the title. Titled Tuesday After Party. Lichess.org. Thank you, Alan the AJ. Yeah, so this is a line that used to give me a lot of problems, like as a Taimanov player. I used to hate playing against these G3 systems. But I recently discovered a really nice line here. And if we just follow the theory, like the engine will say white's better. Like plus 0.5. So first black sacrifices a pawn. Bishop e6. And okay, everyone takes the pawn. And then the idea is to play rook c8. Hey, it's Naroditsky. It's the person who beat me earlier in the tournament. What's up, Danya? Welcome, everyone. Shout out to Danya. Hope you had a fun stream. Hope you had a good tournament. If you're just joining, I'm showing some very deep opening preparation. This is a line, maybe I'll just replay. It's a line that comes from a Taimanov. G3 Taimanov. And there was a Carlsen game against Pichot. And this is all theory. But there's a really cool idea for black, which I was just about to show. Black sacks a d6 pawn, plays rook c8. It all looks like non-threatening. And if we look at the database here, okay, there's queen c7 is one of the main moves, but okay, in this game, rook f2 is played. And after takes, the best move for black, I wonder if the engine finds it. If you give the engine enough time to think, it'll maybe show up. But the best move is rook takes c3. And it's a very deep positional exchange sacrifice. And I saw this, there was a game in Norway earlier this year. It was a tournament I played in Krogero. There was an IM, maybe FM? Elham? I think his name is Elham. He blitzed out the whole opening. He sacked on c3 and then he won like in a very convincing manner. And even though black is down material here, it's actually very hard for white to play. Especially in this line. A4, like we can see the one game that black won. Basically, white is left without a plan. White actually sacked back. I think in the Elham game, like somehow the pawn got fixed here. And then black eventually like just attacks the pawn and white has too many weaknesses. What was the TT score in the end? I finished with 6 points. Did we... I think I rewarded the prediction. Yeah, sorry if I didn't show like the overall results. Let me see if I can find the game. Yeah, it's a super instructive game. So I can download this. Download raw, I guess. I'm just going to avoid leaking my chess base. Is rook takes c3 a common idea in the Sicilian? In certain types of positions, very often the dragon you see this exchange sacrifice. Okay, so I've opened ChessBase because they have a more recent database. And let's find the Elham game. I don't know if Elham is his first name or last name. No, I think it's this one. Yeah, this is a game. So I can copy this and then I'll just bring it back into Lichess. Oop. Accidental confetti. I have a confetti extension that's activated with Control B. But I meant to do Control V. Okay, so I'll quickly show the game just to get the point across. But basically it was all opening prep. Black sacked the D pawn. Black sacks exchange. And then if we look at how this game concludes, it just seemed like white lost without a fight. And it's surprising because the engine says white's better because white's up material. So white starts with a4, king e7. And a5 I think was a really nice like long-term positional move because now the pawn is fixed here. And then after b6, there's really no way for the rooks to crash through on the D or B files. So rook b8, knight c5, b6. Black just achieves a dream setup. The rooks are pretty useless. And then, yeah, then black is ready to win the A pawn. And not only that, but after bishop takes a4, the bishop will come back and probably win the E pawn. Hey, it's Lafong. What's up, Lafong? Did Lafong also play Title Tuesday? Shout out to Lafong. I'm showing an instructive game where black has sacked the exchange, but it's pure positional domination. Like white's up a rook and pawn for a knight. But I think at this point, like it's almost hopeless for white. In this game, white took, and it was a way of saving the A pawn. But then it's just good knight versus bad bishop. And eventually the knight found a nice home. And black made some progress on the king side. Oh yeah, then there was some final tactic. Some fork. So anyway, this game inspired me to maybe rekindle my passion with the Taimanov. Very deep idea. Rook takes c3. Yeah, oh no, my secret prep. I hope my future opponents aren't watching. Thank you, Henk Hukers. Happy 13 months. Oh, is this played in Fabi against Tari? There's different lines, because, yeah, Queen c7 first is more popular. And then maybe eventually there's some Rook c3. But this is a different line. This is a line where, yeah, it looks really bad for black because black is down a pawn and white's e-pawns are now undoubled. But black again finds positional compensation with knight e8 to d6. And the knight's so good on d6. Combine that with b5 and rook c8, and yeah, the c-pawn is a bit of a long-term liability for white. Anyway, welcome to everyone. Maybe I'll stream for a bit longer. I could do viewer challenges. I could just chill and answer questions. One question about the Beal 960 tournament. Yeah, I have a lot of footage from Beal. I played 3 or 4 different side events. 960, 2 Blitz events, and then the Rapid. So in total, I filmed, I think, 36 games. So every event was 9 rounds. Switzerland was really nice. Nice weather.
Secret prep. Lol.
I can't give away my duck secrets. I mean, if people want to see duck chess, I could switch to duck chess, but I'm kind of feeling normal chess. Let's see. Oh, there was Fabi against Tari. I don't think I've seen this game. Okay, so it's similar, but they threw in some random flank pawn moves because they're strong GMs, and that's what you do when you're a strong GM. You move your A and H pawns. And then, yeah, they got a similar structure. We see knight d5. Wow. So this is actually really interesting. I'm hiding notation. So essentially they got the structure that I just showed with the knight coming to d6. I assume knight c4 will be played. Oh, but in this case, black is black winning b2? Are we going to see knight takes b2 or knight d6? Knight d6. Fabi is not showing any greed. Show us something cool like you are so good at. Yeah, I'm showing chess, so I hope this is cool for some people. I'm actually really interested to see how Fabiano won this position. Because there is positional compensation, but he's down a pawn in an ending where white's not losing anything back immediately. But I have to imagine, like, Fabiano was aware of this, like, rook c3 line, probably knows the structure as well, or was aware of the structure going into this game. So we'll just kind of sit back and relax and admire the moves of Fabiano. Rook c4. Yeah, so solid. G5. So just going for play on the king side. I guess if takes, then yeah, that file becomes usable. And white's pieces are so tied down too. E4 and A4. It's kind of like taking care of a pet fish or pet rock. Like you have to keep feeding it or watering it. Can't go on vacation. So F5. Fabi's still down the pawn. But now he wins back the pawn with a dominant position. Has a passed e-pawn. Maybe not the most accurate play, but eventually gets the job done. Yeah, maybe not quite a pet rock, because you can abandon a pet rock. But with a fish, you have to keep feeding it, right? Unless maybe it's like a stockfish. There's some mention about a line shared on Twitter. Okay, because now I'm curious. There's this comment from Hritik. So Fabiano shared this on Twitter. It's apparently a good place to find opening prep. So knight c6 is a line that Fabi played against Abasov. But I think Abasov played e3. So this line goes d5, knight e5, knight c3, e6, e4, h6. Any sort of theory. Okay, no Masters games. Bishop e3, knight eg4, bishop f4, bishop c5, bishop g3, h5, h3, h4. Oh, wow. Wow, take. King e7, oh no, my queen. And I assume we take and make a new queen? Wow. So this is Fabiano opening preparation. I might do viewer challenges. Am I accepting challenges currently? One person wants a correspondence game from the Double Duck, but I don't play correspondence. I could enable challenges. We have the challenge command. I'm scared to turn on the engine. But let's see. So black's just winning here. Wow. Because black wins back the knight. Queens and threads made in one, and the rook is hanging. Yeah, and black will just be up a piece. That was a nice line. Thanks for sharing. Well, thanks to the person in Twitch chat who, I guess, acted as a messenger between me and Fabiano. What a line. How easy would this be to stumble into? Also, have there been any games on Lichess? So h6, bishop e3. I guess bishop e3 is not the move you want to play, but looks natural. Okay, 792 games. White almost never plays it. Thank you, Arpolum. The first time prime. Okay, people are challenging me. Let's play this person. Maybe we can enter the line that you just mentioned. This is a person who pasted the Fabiano Twitter line. But we have... Okay, maybe I'll go into a Stafford Gambit. Opponent's playing quickly, seemingly confidently. Is my Stafford about to get refuted? Let's see what move they play here. Ooh, okay, so this is a line.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, a Tinubu. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this is still prep. This might be still prep for my opponent too. Basically, White's played all the top engine moves so far. Engine will give maybe close to +4 or 5 here for White. But it's still tricky. Like, the pieces that I have left are all doing something. Yeah, bishop c4. This is such a fun move to play. More secret prep being revealed. But this isn't so secret. The first instance of this move, I think, was from the this Jonathan Schranz against Stockfish video, where he almost beat Stockfish with this move. I have shown this many times as well, yeah. Actually, I had this position against one of the players in Coffee Chess. Because it's one of these lines that if White has really taken the time to try and refute the Stafford, they might go into this. But bishop c4 is one of these... it's one of these moves that White's usually not ready for. So bishop takes c4, I don't think I've seen before. I'm actually not sure how simple this will be. I could play this. Yeah, probably 95 is best. Because queen takes, I think I run out of fuel. Like 92. But at least with 95. Okay, I'm down 2 bishops and a pawn. But I'm threatening a massive triple fork. Couple that with rook d8 coming. f3 is attacked twice. I have the rook on the second rank. This is why I still play the Stafford. The other day, I played against the Stafford, and I played pretty much exactly what White played, at least early on, like the c3 line. Opponent played bishop b6, and I've had to punish my opponent. But now I'm showing what to do against the supposed refutation. Interesting. So whatever White takes back with, I'm going to take on c5, attacking the bishop and the rook. Well, it's still very tricky, though. Yeah. I think we're still following the Jonathan Schranz video, too.
I recently learned Lichess automatically draws a game after it reaches move 300.
Yeah.
New Rosen trophy?
I don't think I would approve of that trophy. In order to do that, you basically have to cooperate with your opponent. Okay, I have a choice now. Also, I'm pretty sure I had this position against Sarana in a Title Tuesday once. I could castle. If I take, there's check here, here. Queen. It's a question what to do. I could play King E7 as well. I feel like I should take the pawn. I think I should castle. Wow, so now take there. I think I can take here. I've sacrificed so many things this game, like starting with the pawn and the wing, Stafford Gambit, and then like sacking the two pieces. I just sacked the exchange, but it's all about getting initiative. And now wherever the king goes, I can take here with check. Or not with check, but attacking the rook and the bishop. That's a move, though. So I think I still do this. We'll see rook h8 king. I forgot about that move. I'm still triple attacking these things. Objectively, it's still probably bad for black, but it's still this long-term nagging pressure. Like, this rook has a hard time entering the game. If I can take here, I get a passed pawn. That's a good move, though. Probably have to do this. Rook d7, king f6. Looks to be okay. I'm ready to play g6. Probably the main idea. I also have this move. Looks a bit riskier, though. Yeah, I think I like this better. Wait, g6 traps a bishop. If I'm not mistaken. It's a weird bishop trap. But do I want to throw in the check first? Probably not, because rook f1, I win the rook. And queen also is useful defending the c7 pawn. Hmm. A very tricky move. I think I've survived like the worst of the storm. I should be winning this pawn next. Maybe first start with this. So attacking this, but also threatening this. Let's take. Yeah, my king is still in a small predicament. Check. So I want to hide on b6, I guess. Check. Check. Oh, wow. I'm almost getting mated, but not quite. Okay. That was a fun game. That was I mean, that was like a very critical line of the Stafford. And it might take some explaining. Like this bishop c4 move. I remember when I first saw it, it just seemed like a joke. To put the bishop on a square where it's obviously hanging. But we do have to give credit and kudos to Jonathan Trance. Stafford, Stockfish. Let's see. I think this one.
I'm going to perform a little bit of a
the magic trick.
I am going to try to hold my own with the Stafford Gambit against Stockfish. This Gambit.
So, this was like the Genesis video. This is where he plays bishop c4.
Actually play a brilliant move. Bishop to c5. Bishop to c4, sorry. So bishop to c4 with the big idea that now you go here and we're trying to...
Wow, so we followed the exact game that Jonathan played against Stockfish.
White here. So white will defend, but now we can remove the defender. So this is one of my favorite lines, so I'm really glad I went down this one. Now after this, we're going to lose our rook back. And for a moment, it does look bad for us. But hey, wait a minute. Isn't there this double attack? But now...
So I've seen this video like many times, but I didn't remember exactly the line that he reached. But apparently it was exact same. And we're going to see rook h1.
Will, magically get out of it by threatening rook to h8. So we're simply going to have to cut our...
And castling is a move I played.
We're going to get castled. And you get this incredible...
Wow. So my opponent deviated from this game because he took on f7. Wow. Stockfish played bishop f1. I wonder how different the moves are. Engine still says white's like close to winning. But bishop takes f7 was apparently a big mistake, allowing rook takes d2. And then but it's a mistake because black can force a draw, which I didn't want to draw this position. So I took on f3, playing for a win. And white's now +5, but why is white +5? So this is all good for white. Oh, rook d3. Freeing the bishop, attacking the queen, and if queen f2, there's rook d2. Yeah, and the two rooks and a bishop for queen should be winning long term. But white had to play precisely. Yeah, these days I imagine Stockfish could like win this position with white or just win against this line. But anyway, I'll leave a link to the video. If this goes on YouTube, I'll link this video in the description as well. So, yeah, the Stafford Gambit, it should be dead, but there's always more layers of trickiness. Oh, my opponent says, I've seen this video and was just remembering the line. Yeah, remembered pretty well. Yeah, bishop f1 is like a hard move to remember, though. The Stafford Gambit is dead but twitching. I like the pun. Anyway, I can play a few more games. I do have pending challenges. Who has the best name? A cat, Kazan, bikobook, Ken H. Best gamer, cool gamer. I mean, this has to be the best name. It has the word best in it. And cool. Good luck to my opponent. Do I dare play another Stafford Gambit after I just showed the 20 move refutation? Let's see if my opponent remembers bishop f1. Ah, okay. We have a Vienna. A Vienna is a very fine beginner opening. And even like high level opening too. Oh, but now we have a 4 knights with bishop c4. And this is actually a small inaccuracy for white to go for. Because we have the center fork trick. And in this position, there's actually a really cool move, knight b4. I think for a long time, people used to take the knight right away. But knight b4 is letting these pieces marinate before we consume them. And yeah, this is working out a little bit too well for black. No mercy here. Okay, I'm going to go straight for the kill. Maybe I'll play this move. Or this move. Yeah, we'll do the rook lift. This reminds me of, there's a Morphy game where Morphy had a queen on d3 against these pawns. And then somehow he sacked the queen. I can play this move. This is actually a funny move. Because the f-pawn is pinned and now attacked. And now I play this move. F-pawn is still pinned. But how do I win? Maybe I just develop. Yeah, following opening principles. Yeah, if I take on h3... Oh, taking on h3 is actually a very fine line. But there's other fine lines. Yeah, bishop h3 would have won the pawn and probably end up winning material. But now we're getting closer to mate. Oh no, my diagonal. Yeah, I'll take the queen. And now, yeah, now I cash in. Ooh. White's not dying easily, though. And my bishop is still trapped. Like, where's the quickest mate here? I mean, it's winning, but I want to win efficiently. Oh, there's a there's a username. I'm a pro noob is in the chat saying I'm playing you right now. Has some good usernames. Okay. Showing no mercy. Okay. Bishop takes a8. Not sure if that was ever possible. The Moderna Athena says bikobook. Okay. Your wish is my command. Okay, what opening to play? Ponziani, Scotch, maybe some crazy Gambit. Let's play Bishop c4. Let's play, I'll play an opening that I'll accept. Okay, let's play this opening. I'm going to allow the center fork trick. But the opponent's not going for it. Now we have a symmetrical Italian. It's not actually the opening I was intending to play. When I first started learning chess, I would get this position like almost every time. And I'd usually go for like this and this was my main game plan. I'm going to go for h3 here. This is a more patient, flexible move. Preventing bishop g4. Putting the ball back in black's court. And now in this position, I'll go for knight a4. Yeah, over the years, I've learned more about what the more like high level strategies are from the symmetrical position. And this is one of the main plans, just to get the bishop pair as white. And now with the knight no longer on c3, the pawn can come here. And eventually d4 could be a plan for white. Oh, the Belgrade Gambit. I haven't tried that in a while. It's another opening I enjoyed playing. Like a long time ago. Unfortunately, I'm probably not holding on to the bishop pair if we see bishop d7. Bishop d7 would probably trade and be a more positional game. Thank you, Cryptivity. Oh, did Daniel play the Belgrade in Title Tuesday? That would be an interesting opening to like prepare at a higher level. So, what to do? I can't really get away with winning the pawn because I lose e4 in the end. So I think I'll just move back. Like the bishop served its purpose on b5, comes back to defend e4. Yeah, still not castling. But now it probably makes sense to castle. And this is a very typical type of position for an Italian. Like I've achieved d4, got the center pawns, but black is pretty solid too. I'm wondering if at some point the bishop should return to c4. Black's going for some active play on the king side. The issue with this move is the knight's not defended and aligned with the queen. So I'm looking at knight takes e5, takes. And maybe what I can do first is this. But then... yeah, let's go for this first. So if knight e7, then I can take here. And the knight will be attacked. I should win a pawn there. There is a move. I'm actually very curious about this line, knight b8. And the difference with knight b8 is it doesn't block the rook. So after knight b8, I take, hitting the knight. Black can take back and defend. But I still might go for it, because knight takes e5, rook takes e5, f4. And it looks like I should win back the piece. It's a very fancy way of trading. Because I sack a knight. I probably win it back after knight takes f4. So black wins back the pawn. But the resulting position, I'll be attacking the rook and having two bishops and more space. Question. I see the question about going for g4, g5 instead of castling. Yeah, I think it would have been much riskier. Maybe possible, but then my king would have a hard time finding safety. Okay, so this looks like a free gift. It wasn't easy, or was not an easy position for black to play. Ooh. Okay, I can take here. So my kingside pawn shelter has dissolved a little bit. I do have to watch out for this idea. Rook e5 to g5. But I think I can still afford to play this. And then rook g3. Nope. Wait, what did I do? I just lost a queen. Oh no. This move? Okay. I can't relax though. I win the queen back. Oh man. I got careless for a moment. So there. Okay, there's no rating points on the line. Oh dear. Okay. That was close. Kudos to my opponent for not giving up there. Really just a lapse of concentration. I was so nonchalant with b3. Winning connect 4, neglecting the fact that my rook was attacked twice. I lost a rook and a queen in like 2 moves. So I had a bishop for queen. But I had the one trick and then somehow... Yeah, this ending was actually kind of interesting after b6. Probably best for black to play this move. I was going to play king f2. But then black's in time to play this, this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And then it should still be winning, but it takes a lot of endgame technique for black. Yeah, it's difficult in time trouble. Okay, good game. That's probably a sign that I should take a break. Maybe get some food and some fresh air. 3 pawns versus rook is winning. It's winning for white. When it always depends how far the pawns are. But when the pawns are kind of like that, yeah, this is winning. It's a completely winning for white. White should be on the verge of winning. At least by the time we got to this position. Maybe there's a better way to play, like... But king g6 was the best move. Engine likes king f5. But this is already table base win for white. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. Big thanks to Lafong and Danya earlier for the raids. Oh, let's send a raid to Zefcat. She's doing Puzzle Racer. Sometimes I like to hop into the Puzzle Racers, so maybe I'll stick around if I can get in. Anyway, send some good vibes. And I'll be back. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be back in the future sometime. So stay tuned and adios.